Hey guys, so we're going to be talking concealer today. So if you want to know some tips on what it's actually used for, stay tuned. Okay, so for today's video, we're going to talk about concealer. So concealers, and I have two different types, consistencies. I have a liquid and then I have a cream concealer. So first off, concealers are meant to conceal any spots. It's meant to give you an instant refreshing look to your face by applying it under the eye. And you can use it to also apply on top of your foundation if you have some additional areas that may peek through your foundation. So today I'm just going to show you how to use the concealer without any foundation or anything like that, just to show you how it actually works. So for the first product that I'll use, or the first concealer type I'll use, is the liquid concealer. This one is from e.l.f. It's a 16-hour camo concealer matte finish. Not telling you to go get this, I'm just telling you this is the one I'm using. Concealers are more versatile for all skin types. They are breathable. They're blendable, and if you have dry skin, the liquid doesn't like flake up. So the liquid concealers, I would say, are good to use for anyone. Can use liquid concealers, but again, knowing what to use is based on you knowing your skin type, which is why I stress getting to know your skin. That way you know which products to pick and you're not going down a rabbit hole of just getting products just because they're the trend, so to speak. Remember, like I said, just because a product is expensive doesn't mean it's the greatest, and just because a product is cheap doesn't mean that it doesn't work for you. So you just have to know your skin type. Okay, so let's start with this liquid concealer. So this one has a huge doe foot applicator. It's honestly too big if you ask me. So you want to just put it on lightly. So I'm going to look in the mirror over here, and you're going to just, because it's so big, I'm just going to like dab it. That's it, just dab it. So if you notice, this concealer does look a little bit brighter than my natural skin tone, right? But the trick is the blending. So you want to, first you want to get it even under the area. You see how that's instantly brightening, and then you just want to continue to drag it down. You don't want to have any harsh lines. You can even drag it up over your eye. You can take whatever product you have, and you see how that gives you like an instant brightening effect. You can apply more if you need to, and again, it looks like it's brighter than my skin tone, but it's the blending that is making it appear that it's just, oh, she just has a nice bright-eyed look. And so we do have, I feel like Black women just naturally have a natural mapping to their face. These are automatically your high points. Of course, you may have a little bit of see how that like the color changes. And I do have hyperpigmentation, so I'm gonna see that a little bit more. But we naturally have a mapping to our face, in my opinion. So I'm just gonna continue to blend. So you can apply more if you need to, but I'm not going to, because I don't want to. And I don't really need it. So you just wanna make sure you blend that out. So if you look, instant eye opening, this one still just looks a little dull, not too crazy, but you know, it doesn't look like you just have on this under eye concealer, because you blended it in so well. So another thing, I'm gonna take it and I'll even apply it just a little bit there to conceal those dark spots. And again, I know it looks a little brighter, but it's all about the blending. All about your blending. And that just blends seamlessly. And then when you're doing it like this, you just wanna take your all over face powder, and that's gonna create the seamless look to the face. So if you wanna have a natural day and you just wake up in the morning, you just wanna have fresh face, you just wanna cover up a few little blemishes and things like that, take your concealer, place under the eye, blend, make sure you have no harsh lines. You can apply it to any hyperpigmented areas or any blemished areas, blend that out, and then you take your all over face powder, blend it all together. And then if you need to add like your highlight powder or a little blush bronzer, then you can move forward with doing that. So that is how the liquid concealer applies. And again, like I said, it's best for all skin types. All right, so for the next concealer type, I'm gonna move on to the cream. I'm using MAC's Cream Concealer. I like MAC's Cream Concealer. I'm not a huge fan of MAC in general. I like their lipsticks. I like their lip pencils, but for foundation, not a huge fan, but I do love their concealers. So now a difference between your liquid and your cream is that the creams are a little bit more oilier because it is a cream. So if you have oily skin, be careful. Also, if you have dry skin, it can patch up onto the dry skin and create flakes. And it's a little bit thicker, so it's a little bit heavier on the skin. So maybe you want to use it maybe in the winter time. It just depends on the skin type. I generally use, because I like MAC's concealers, when I'm working with my clients, I will opt for this one most times, especially if I'm going for, I want to make sure they are completely covered, blemish free, and I just want a seamless look. So I'll go with the cream concealer, but if I'm going really heavy, if someone wants really heavy, then I may opt in for the liquid because I feel like it's just, I don't know, something about the liquid, it just, maybe it gives out more in one swoop versus a cream where you just naturally build it, so to speak. So for this one, I'm gonna use the cream concealer, right? Again, I don't know what color this is because it wiped off. I think it's NW45. I'm very neutral, I'm warm, so this, I want to say it's NW45. So I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna take that same brush, and I'm gonna dab it into the pot. And this is cream, so I'm just gonna get a little bit on there, and then I'll just start applying it where I started before, in the corner. I could have picked this out with like a different type of utensil, but I'm just using the brush. So you just wanna get as much on there. You see it's kind of starting to cover up what I want it to cover up and open up that eye. Like sometimes when you wake up, you might have that little morning wake up bag. So I'm just gonna cover that up, and you can see it's brighter, but it blends into my skin seamlessly, and blending is important. You always hear blending when it comes to eyeshadow, everything, just you have to blend it because you don't want to have the harsh lines. So I'm just blending that out, and it almost it has almost the same effect if you ask me, but the cream, it just has a little bit more oil to it, and it can just, if you go too heavy, it can get cakey. So you just want to be careful. So I'm just doing the same process, dragging whatever product I already have over my eye so all of it looks together. And then I can take it on this my little blemish area here. Light taps, blend it. Just light taps. Another area, I'll even go further. Another area you can use your concealer for. Sometimes women have that little mustache right there. You can even just take a little bit, put it there. Just even you out all together. And then of course, when you're doing your full look, you can go down the bridge of the nose as well. You can go, and all the high points. Your forehead, the bridge of the nose, here for that little cupid's bow, and then of course you just want to get it under the eye. That's really all you need. It's not meant to be used all over the face. Right now I'm just kind of just moving everything that I have and just making sure it's all blend. And then when you're done with that, you simply just add your all over face powder. So the main thing is just making sure you're blending everything in, so you don't see, oh, she just got concealer right here and right here. You just want to make sure it blends in nicely. And that is pretty much the gist of concealer. So I hope that little mini tutorial on concealer helps you out a lot. You can get concealers to contour, so you can get a darker concealer, and you're gonna contour under your, like, that cheekbone area. If you need to add a more sculptured chin line, you can go under here with your darker color. You can use your bronzer. If you have a smaller forehead, you don't need to bronze and sculpt around your forehead. So it just depends on your face type. Everyone's face type is different. So again, everything is about knowing you and your skin and what works best for you, because you just want to enhance you. You want to enhance your natural elements of beauty. So again, you can get something that's brighter, so you can just have that instant eye-opening effect. You can get something a little bit more closer to your skin tone. Even get a concealer that is very close to your skin tone, but because concealers are meant to brighten under the eye, it's still going to give you the look that you're going for. Usually I have usually I have a Clinique concealer. I love the Clinique concealer. It has a smaller doe foot applicator. Although this is a lot of product. For $7, this is a lot of product versus half the size of this, and you may be paying like $18 for a Clinique product. So it just depends, but I do like the Clinique product. I want to say I get Amber. It's closer to my skin tone, but it still gives me a brightening effect. So I can use it with or without makeup. Of course, if you're using it on top of your makeup for a more highlighted look, you only want to go about one shade lighter. You don't want to do too much. You want to just look nice and fresh and flawless. So just try out different concealers. I would say if you're just starting with makeup, try the drugstore brands first before you move into high-end brands. Just because you can play with them more. If you're gonna mess up, you can easily, get another bottle because it was $5-6 versus you getting the $20, Charlotte Tilbury or Pat McGrath or something like that. So if you want to play first and see how things work for your skin type, I would suggest trying your drugstore brands first. They work just as good. And then your cream concealers. Remember, I said it's oily, so just do your due diligence, like I always say, and making sure you understand your skin type. So that's all I have for you all today. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time. Bye.